If posting more content would actually work, most small businesses wouldn't be stuck. They would be already seeing leads, growth, and sales just because they are posting a lot. But that's not what's happening, and there is a reason for it. Hi, I'm Natasha, and I have been working with startups and small businesses for the past 8 years, and I have seen the same patterns happening over and over again. When content doesn't work, the first reaction always is maybe I just need to post more. More reels, more carousels, more stories, and overall just more effort. But in most cases, that actually make things worse. In this video, I want to explain why posting more content wouldn't solve the problem and what's happening behind the scene and where you need to focus that would help you grow your business. Actually, consistency has become the default answer to everything. Low reach, low engagement, no leads, no sales. Be more consistent. That's the first answer you get for everything. We kind of answer everything with be more consistent, but actually the problem is repeating something that is not clear enough. When the messaging is off or unclear, posting more wouldn't fix it. And what happens is that people just get frustrated and exhausted with content creation. And the question might be why posting more feels like the solution, because it feels like you are actually having control over something, and it's something that you can add it to your to-do list, you can tick off, and it gives you the feeling of progress. But activity and progress are not the same thing. That's why a lot of small businesses are active, but they feel stuck. And that's the sign that shows your problem is not the output, it's alignment. Problem one, you're repeating a message that is not landing. Before you ask yourself what you should post, look at what you are repeating. Let's say if someone saw 5 of your posts in a row, would they clearly understand who you help, what you help with, and why it matters? And most of the time, the answer is no, just because the messaging is unclear. Posting content with unclear messaging is a bit tricky because it just creates noise and it makes you feel like you are active and you are doing something good for your business, but you are not doing anything because you are not even reaching your target audience. Instead, pause the volume and tighten your message. Get clear on 1 or 2 problems that you want to be known for solving. Then say them in a plain language and repeat them intentionally. And when the message lands, even less content would work better in your favor. Problem 2. Everything you are posting is trying to do too much. A lot of content is trying to attract new users, build trust, show expertise, and sell all at once. And that's a lot to ask from one post because people get confused and they don't understand what is your post about, so they just scroll past you and they move on with their life because you confuse them. Instead, give each piece of content one clear purpose only. Some posts are for awareness, some posts are to build trust, and some posts are for conversion. Actually, not every single post needs to generate sale and convert, but every single post needs to have one clear purpose only. Problem 3. You are confusing busy with progress. Posting more creates illusion of momentum. You are showing up, you are trying, you are being active, but real progress shows up differently. Real progress shows up when people ask better questions, when they reference your content, and when they understand what you do faster. If none of that is improving, posting more wouldn't fix it. Instead, measure the quality of responses rather than quantity of posts. Problem 4. You are chasing reach instead of relevance. A lot of content is built around what's currently working, and that could be formats, trends, and hooks. And yes, that can get views, but views without relevance don't build trust, leads, or sales. Instead, create content that makes the right people feel understood. Let's say if one person watch your content and thinks, oh, finally that makes sense, this one reaction is more valuable than hundreds of empty views. Problem 5. Trying to be everywhere at once. Another reason why posting more doesn't work is because a lot of small businesses are trying to be everywhere all at once. Let's say Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, email, newsletters, communities, marketplaces, literally everywhere. Every group, every platform, and every opportunity. Maybe it sounds ambitious, but in reality, it just spreads your attention so thin that you're not paying attention to your audience and you're not customizing those content for each platform. And what happens is your content becomes rushed and your messaging changes on each platform. So actually, your brand voice is not consistent, and the content you are creating doesn't fit each platform and its users. And all your content feels like half done. Instead, pick one or two platforms where your target audience is already active and paying attention, where the content format suits you, and where you can show up consistently without burning out. Because one platform done properly will outperform five platforms doing badly. And also, what you can do is once one platform is performing and you are consistent and you are generating the result that you want, after that, add one additional platform on top. So then you already have the framework of that baseline with that first platform which is working, and then you will add the second one on top of that. But don't start all of it at the same time. Now I want to go back and tie this problem with that posting more advice, which I mentioned earlier. And actually, this specific point is where exactly posting more gets kind of dangerous, because people just think that I will post more, I will post everywhere, and something will stick. But what happens is actually you're draining your energy and spreading your focus and exhausting yourself with just creating more content, trying to stay active on all the platforms while you are trying to run your business as well. Focus is what allows content to build trust, recognition, and memory. Problem 6, you're operating without a system. When posting is reactive and last minute, content creation feels exhausting. Every post becomes a decision and feels like starting from zero. Sometimes people mix up this with creativity, but it's actually a structure problem. Instead, decide your core themes once. For example, based on the problem you're solving and who you are talking to, create 3 different content types and then reframe, rotate, and repeat. Having this type of a structure makes content creation feels lighter, not heavier, because you already know what are your core themes and you are just going to repeat them over and over. So you're not literally starting from scratch. The message I really want you to take away from this video is that posting more wouldn't fix the weak or unclear messaging, and it wouldn't fix the business that actually didn't make the decision. So if your results are not where you want them to be, don't rush to post more. Slow down, clarify the message that you are trying to get to your target audience. Repeat what actually deserves it. And remember, your goal shouldn't be to be everywhere and seen by everyone. Your goal should be to be understood by your target audience only. If this video made you rethink your content strategy, there is more coming. So make sure you subscribe. Also, if there is any topic that you would like me to cover, write me a comment and I will make sure one of the next videos are based on the topic that you need. See you next time.